there's a quote in The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield that says, I'm going to paraphrase, but fear shows us what we most need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is that you're most scared of doing or most nervous about, that is a clear path. Like, yes, it's scary. That's the fucking point. That's why very few people are actually successful, because they see that. They see the uncertainty. They're like, oh, what if I fail? What if I embarrass myself in front of all these people? It's like, okay, that's the point. That's where you want to go.
Yeah. And if you think about it, every time you've overcome that fear, you felt better after.
Yes.
Like every single time. There's not one time you didn't. And we have this preconceived notion that people who are highly successful don't have fear. It's not, unless they're a psychopath, it's not true at all. They only get bigger, right? But the payoff is also in equal proportion. That's the law of polarity, right? And so as you keep making progress in life, these fears are only going to stack up more and more and more. And it really just comes down to your ability to, again, accept that and dive into it. And that's what, in the Way of the Superior Man, it talks so much about, is living on your edge, right? Yes. And so us as men, if we're not living on our edge, we are slowly decaying every single day, because masculinity and feminine energy, you can think of them like a soft and a hard shell, right? And so the more you push yourself out into the world, the more you live on your edge, the more you need kind of that shield on the outside that keeps you strong, that keeps you sturdy and grounded. So when you encounter this chaos in the world, you can be that grounded place of awareness and presence that, you know, not only a woman can rely on, but people around you can rely on. That's true leadership too. And so once you start implementing those principles, not only is it going to help you overcome the fears and the stresses in your life, but if you're struggling in your relationships, you're going to start attracting more quality ones too.
One of my favorite quotes, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah, dude.
He's
a G.
Great book.
Yeah.
To be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it. So that's essentially a great description of masculinity too. You know, the world is in chaos around you, and you can be that centered, grounding presence, the rock. Mm-hmm. When everything else is crumbling around you, you are at least certain of yourself and the next step that you take. And you mentioned courage and fear. Having courage and being courageous is not the absence of fear. I'm still a little fearful of getting in front of the camera again, feeling like you have to perform. Right?
Yeah.
So it's not the absence of fear; it's acting in the face of fear.
Yeah, you do it anyway. It's faith.
Yes.
The opposite of fear is faith. So I'll say that one again.
Yeah.
The opposite of fear is faith.